It's me, Bree Reads!
Hi friends, it's me, Bree. Today, let's draw an ice cream cone, like this. Wait, no, not like this. I'm not going to draw plain vanilla, and I'm not going to draw only 3 scoops either. I'm thinking of doing something a little more creative. Yeah, that's more like it. We're using your ideas from Instagram to create a towering super scoop ice cream cone. Today's project was inspired by this book. You can read with me in another video. Today, let's draw. I asked for your ideas on what kind of ice cream to draw, and I got tons of great responses. I wish I could make them all. Today, I'm creating 12 different flavored scoops. First, I'll teach you how to draw your own cone. Then I'll speed through the flavors I made. Feel free to skip ahead or skip around. I'm showcasing ideas submitted by kids like you for inspiration. Use your imagination and invent your very own unique flavor. For a faster option, I've got these printables available on my website for free, breereads.com. You can print out as many scoops as you like. To start from scratch, I'll use paper, a pencil, a marker for outlining, a pair of scissors, glue, and colors, whatever you like to color with. If you're creating with me, take a moment to gather up your materials. I'm going to start with 1 scoop. This 1 scoop will be the stencil for all the others. I measure it by about the size of my fist closed up. I start here in the corner of the page and make a circle shape that's open at the bottom. To connect the 2 sides, I'll make a kind of cloud shape. Boing, 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 boing. Now for my cone, I want it to fit nicely. So I go almost all the way to the edge of the scoop, straight across. Down here, I put a point towards the bottom of the page. And from each side, I slant down to that point. I'm basically just making an upside-down triangle. Now I'm going to outline my pieces, the cone on the bottom and the scoop on the top. Then I'll cut them out. It's a good fit. I take that scoop and trace it. I trace all along the outside edge and fit as many as I can onto my scrap paper. I like all my scoops to be the same size, but you're welcome to create different size scoops if you like. I got my 2 pages of scoops, and now I'm going to outline them all in black. This really lets them jump off the page. It makes them real easy to see. And now I'm going to cut them all out. Already I can tell this is going to be one huge super scoop. Now I've got 1 cone and I've got 12 scoops ready to decorate. I keep my 1 stencil just in case I want to make more. Today I'm using a mixture of colored pencils and beeswax crayons. I'll start with decorating my cone. I take a yellow color and start to make diagonal lines, slanting down this way. Then I make more diagonal lines going the other way to make a crisscross pattern. Next, I take this mustard yellow or darker yellow color and fill it in. With the cone finished, it's time to start making flavors. I asked you, my friends, to help me decide. What will be first? Ice cream, what will you be? Bianca from Arkansas thought of a rainbow-colored scoop with multiple fruit flavors. Emmy from Monterrey, Mexico wanted fruit flavors too. Watermelon, coconut, and lime with yummy toppings. Zaria from Minnesota said rainbow sherbet. And Callie from California wants goldfish crackers on top. Let's do it! Let's imagine these rainbow layers are different fruits. Maybe cherry, orange. This one could be banana or lemon. Maybe green apple or lime. This one can be blueberry. And this one grape. Next, I grabbed some scrap paper and I made goldfish cracker shapes. Little fish. I started with one and cut it out. Just like the ice cream scoops, I'm going to use a stencil so that all my goldfish crackers are the same size. So I trace around and then color them in. A darker orange for the smile and the eye, and a lighter orange for the body. Then I cut them out and place them on my scoop. I want to make sure they don't get too covered up by the scoop on top, so I'm lowering them a bit and then gluing them on. That's it! Rainbow sherbet crunch! Now what's next? Ice cream, what will you be? Declan from Maine says Lego ice cream! I start with my plain scoop and 4 classic Lego colors. With my regular pencil, I make lines across like this. Then I make the lines up and down for the bricks, some larger and some small. With a small marker, I outline and start to make dots for the inside. Those are the little bumps where the pieces click together. For small pieces, I make 4 bumps, and larger ones, I make 6 bumps. Then I take each color and make darker circles around the inside dots, and then color lightly around them. This is so the dots kind of pop from the rest. I keep alternating colors so that no 2 same colors are ever touching. And there you have it, Lego ice cream! Ice cream, what will you be? Ivana from India wants Masala Cola flavor. With my plain scoop, I go in with my small marker and start to make bubbles. If you've ever had cola, you know it's quite bubbly. I make bigger circles on the bottom and smaller ones going upwards. Then I circle the larger bubbles with dark brown. And this is where the masala comes in. Masala just means spiced, lots of warm spices, so the color will be a kind of light brown. I color in the scoop and leave the bubbles white. Then with a scrap piece of paper, I'm drawing a straw. With red, I fill in these stripes. Cut it out and place it in the cola. You don't actually eat this ice cream with a straw, but I thought it made it look more like soda pop. I make sure it'll stack well with other scoops, and then I'm ready to glue it down. There you have it, Masala Cola. Ice cream, what will you be? My friend Elias in the Bay Area wants to make pizza ice cream. And you know what? Max in the UK says, make it pepperoni. And to top it all off, William in Chicago said to make dino-shaped pepperoni. Roar! I'm going to go in with my small marker and make the crust, then the sauce with a little wiggle. I color the crust with a mixture of mustard yellow, light brown, and a little bit of darker brown. Then I go in with red for the tomato sauce. This part on top, that's the cheese. I start with a yellow crayon all over. Then I take a mustard crayon and start to make hash marks like this, kind of like shredded cheese. Now with a scrap piece of paper, I'm going to draw my 3 dino pepperonis. 3 different kinds of dinos. I try to keep them kind of round on the edges. and I outline them all, erasing the extra pencil marks and adding dots for texture. I'm going in with a kind of reddish-brownish color, similar to real pepperonis. And I cut them all out. Place them on the cheese. Now, I could have stopped here, but I decided to add olives and green peppers. Now, I know that's not for everyone, but it's what I like. Now I'm gluing them down. And there you have it, a cheesy-licious Dino Pepperoni Pizza Scoop. Ice cream, what will you be? Gigi from the Philippines says durian ice cream. I pick up my blank scoop, and this time I put it on top of a scrap page. This is how I'll make the spiky exterior of a durian. You wouldn't actually eat that part, but I like the way it looks. The inside of the durian is full of these soft pieces of fruit. They kind of taste like custard, very creamy and delicious. Now I'm coloring the outside, brown for the stem and green for the spikes. When you cut a durian open, that's when you see the jewels inside. I'm erasing all the extra pencil marks and putting green around the outside edge. Lime on the inside part, and for the fruit pieces, yellow. It kind of looks like a turtle. Now I'm cutting out my spiky durian fruit with a special cutting tool that's just for grown-ups. Once I know that it'll fit on top, I'll cover up that blank inside with my scoop. And there it is, durian ice cream. Ice cream, what will you be? Connor in Arizona thought of peanut butter and jelly ice cream. Dahlia in California would make it strawberry jelly and add sprinkles. I'm going to make 2 pieces of bread, then peanut butter and jelly stacked. With my pencil, I've got bread, peanut butter, drippy jelly, and I'm going in with a dark brown for the crust on the very, very top and the very bottom. Then I'm outlining with my small pen and coloring in the bread lightly, kind of with a peachy tan color. Next, I'm adding some dots for texture. This brown color, I'm making the peanut butter. It's kind of golden, warm brown. And then for the jelly, mine's a little bit more pink, so maybe it's strawberry jelly. And I'm coloring all those drippy drops. You know how jelly can be gooey ooey. There it is, peanut butter and strawberry jelly. Ice cream, what will you be? Lucy from Nevada said spaghetti and meatball ice cream. With my blank scoop, I start with my pencil. I'm going to be making noodles, spaghetti noodles. I quickly switched to my outlining pen because I had a lot of little lines to make, going this way and that way, all the ways. Then I traced the top because I wanted to make sure my sauce puddle was the right size. Then I drew 3 meatballs, added some dots for texture and outlined them, then colored the sauce in with my red crayon. Next, I used a brown colored pencil for the meatballs and a really, really light yellow or kind of tan color for the noodles. Then I cut out my toppings and placed them on top. Glued them down. And you've got yourself a savory spaghetti and meatballs ice cream scoop. Ice cream, what will you be? Another friend from Arizona, Lennox, wants slugs. Whoa! On my scoop, I'm going to draw leaf shapes. They're overlapping each other. Then I'll outline them with pen and start with a bright green color on the inside of the leaf. Then I'll go in with this crayon that's more of a grass green and color all over. Now with some scrap paper, I'm going to draw the slugs. Did you know the upper tentacles are for seeing and smelling, and the lower tentacles are for touching and tasting? Now I'm going to do a mixture of these brownish-greenish pencils for the color of the slugs. Next, I'll cut them out with my special cutting tool, again, just for grown-ups. And I'll place them on the leaves and glue them down. That's slug ice cream. Ooh, slimy. Ice cream, what will you be? Emily from Osaka, Japan suggested strawberry with some interesting toppings, pickle and broccoli. And Kaden from the Philippines thought of another great topping, blue whale. I love that. Well, for the strawberry base, I'm using a pink pencil, then adding some chunks of strawberry with red and rose-colored crayon. Then I'm taking my black marker to make strawberry dots. Next, I'm drawing some pickles. And down here, 2 big pieces of broccoli. For the broccoli, I go in with 1 tone of green, light and dark. And for the pickles, I go in with 3 different color greens, more yellowish greens. Next, I cut out all my toppings and place them around my strawberry scoop. Make sure it's a good fit and glue it down. That's one crunchy, munchy strawberry scoop. Ice cream, what will you be? Elada in Brighton, the UK, thought of sushi ice cream, and her sister, Dilara, said galaxy. And you know what? I have some savory, but I want to try this darker one. I'm going to use black paper for galaxy. Trace my scoop shape on there and use all these different color beeswax crayons to create a galaxy swirl shape. I'm going in with whites, blues, purples, and pink. Around in a swirl. Then I'm taking this paint stick and dabbing a little bit out. With a tiny tool, I'm making little dots all across my galaxy scoop, like stars. I'm painting a little bit of swirls on there too. When the paint has dried, I'll cut it out. And there, I've got a galaxy scoop. Ice cream, what will you be? Carter from Ottawa, Canada says poutine ice cream. Ooh, I'm going to make this gravy drip and put cheese curds on top. That's all poutine is. It's a dish with French fries, gravy, and cheese curds. Now, I'm going to color in the bottom, kind of just like it's plain vanilla. And for the cheese curds, I'm putting down a little bit of white crayon and then a really light kind of yellow tan color. For the gravy, I'm going in with a brown colored pencil. And it wasn't quite the right color for me, so on top of that, I went in with a different kind of brown crayon. I like that color better. Now for the French fries. I'm going to use my pen to draw a couple different kinds of French fry shapes. Some of them cut and some of them longer. One side of the fries will be a mustard yellow and the front will be a brighter yellow. I cut them all out. And I'm going to stick them throughout the poutine like this and glue them on. A Canadian delicacy, poutine ice cream. Now the last scoop, ice cream, what will you be? I loved Audrey and Teddy's ideas from Connecticut. They thought of Limousine Dream. Vanilla with limousine chocolate chunks, and they had a really good strawberry idea, flamingo berry with tiny red chocolate shrimps. So fun! Let's make the limousines. I start with my plain scoop, and I color it in with a vanilla kind of color, a light peach. I don't press very hard with my crayon. Next, with some scrap paper, I have space to draw 3 limousines, which are really just long cars. And because these limousines are made of chocolate, I'm using black for the wheels and the windows, dark chocolate, and then I'm going in with a brown for the body of the car, maybe more of a milk chocolate. Then I'll cut them out, place them around my scoop, and in the empty spaces, I'm going to add some extra chocolate chunks. Then I'll glue down the cars. And I've finished my dreamy Limousine Dream ice cream. With all 12 scoops finished, I'm taking some masking tape and choosing an order kind of at random for my scoops. I'm taping them all along the back, stacking them in the front, taping them in the back. As soon as it gets too tall, I start to curve it a bit downwards. And there you have it, 12 scoops of totally unique ice cream flavors. Thanks for your help, friends.
Whoa! Thanks for creating with me today, friends. And thank you for your brilliant ideas. You are so creative. I wish I could do all of your ideas and my super scoop would keep going and going and going and going and touch the sky. If I didn't get a chance to do your idea, please make it. I'd love to see. You can find and tag me on Instagram to show me. And please subscribe to my channel for more books and more fun. See you next time. Bye-bye.